Hello world, and welcome to another episode of The Birds and the Bees. I am your host, Colin Mill. I'm here with my co-host, guys. Introduce yourselves.
Yo, it's KF the Deaf French. How y'all doing?
Hey, it's your girl Harley.
So it's been a while since we did another episode of Birds and the Bees. I mean, we have other podcasts and other shows that we've been working on and that you guys have heard. But Birds and the Bees, this show is specifically about the birds and the bees. So, we didn't want to waste your time unless, if we had something good to say. You know what I mean? So, summer is coming to a close. It's about to be cuffing season. So, people are, people are trying to figure out, all right, who am I going to spend time with at the end of, now that the summer's coming to a close. Right now, this is what, I guess, pre-warm-up games? The warm-up?
Pre-warm-up. Like, shit, winter's coming, so...
Like, I know cuffing season don't really start till, around Thanksgiving, right?
Nah, cuffing season starts earlier than that,
Nah, it's
like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, around Thanksgiving.
Halloween, everybody's still being thoughts.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that, yeah.
Some people, the runner-ups are basically around October. In October, you're dealing with the runner-ups. Like, okay, it might be you, might not be. Let's see how things are right now. Right? It's the draft,
It's the draft. Everybody's getting ready.
Then in November, you got cuffing season, and then, championships is like Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then around May, June, season's over. It's May, actually. May, season's over. Once it starts getting warm,
everybody's out.
Everybody's out again. And then if you guys made it past cuffing season, you're in a relationship. At that point, you're in a relationship. You may be denying it, but you're in a relationship. All right? You should know this now. Now, for every other person who's not having cuffing season, it's a different story. Because, it gets lonely when it gets cold. You got nobody to keep you warm during the winter time, and it's just you.
That's why you go
and your
out
hot
and
coffee.
Party.
Yeah, but partying in the wintertime is not like partying in the summertime. You know what I mean?
Right.
For me personally, I don't like partying during the wintertime because I'm thinking about shit, I can leave my coat in the car because I'm not leaving that shit inside with those people. I can leave all my valuables in the car because I'm not leaving inside all those people. You know what I mean? There's too many things you're thinking about at that time where you're all right, I'm gonna go out tonight and have a good time, and I'm just gonna bag whoever. You can try.
And then you got the weather too,
right? If it snows, you trying to party, and now it's a whole blizzard outside.
Whole blizzard.
Yo, real people find
Party
a way.
starts at 7.
Yeah, real people find a party, but a lot of parties get shut down and be like, hey man,
people don't show up.
And then the actual party promoters take because they just spend a G to throw a party and nobody coming because it's snowing outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so then especially if the party promoter's trying to bag a chick, he tight. He don't get no chick and he lost some money. Real tight.
Sounds extra mad.
Real tight. So one thing I want you guys to learn is how to text a girl, or girls how to text a guy. But during the cover season, I think that's probably the time social media has the most interaction with other people, especially dating sites, I believe, because your ass ain't going nowhere. And some people, I know this for a fact, even with myself, people get bored, and when they get bored, sometimes they just flirt with random people.
Yeah.
And it's real easy to do that on social media because you don't got to be in person's face. And girls, it's easy for y'all because y'all just need to open an account and boom, the messages are flying in for y'all.
Not even the first minute.
Right? Soon. Yeah, I remember I was doing. I'm preparing a social experiment movie. Right? It's somewhere between Borat and Bad Grandpa, Jackass.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing takes place in social media. So I'm preparing the accounts right now, and I'm actually hiring actors to play these certain characters on the social media profiles. So right now I'm setting up the profile so I don't lose certain names like on Instagram and Twitter. And I made an account, and because I didn't hire the actors yet, it has a fake name, but it has a picture of Cardi B, But it's not a close-up of Cardi B. But if you know who Cardi B is, that's fucking Cardi B in a fucking photo.
Mm-hmm.
I had that account open for 1 day. I had 34 messages. A whole bunch of dudes yo, mom, what's up? I'm like, yo, do none of these niggas see this is Cardi B in a photo? Nigga. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting here learning all their fucking lines, pick up lines like crazy. Damn, that was a good line, bro. Shit, I might have to use that one. God damn, that was nice. That was smooth, brother. I'm sorry,
You're stealing.
Yeah,
and that's false advertisement.
First of all, I wasn't trying to find nobody. So I literally only made the account. That was it. I didn't add nobody. I didn't follow nobody. I told you it's for a movie I'm working on. It's a social experiment. I didn't even do anything with it yet. All I did was made it exist. Post the put the picture up. Boom. That's it. That's all you need. But guys, on the other hand, unless you got like some, some hard rock abs, you got some great sweatpants on and like a huge outline, you're not going to be getting heavy messages in your DMs like that. That's not going to happen. So you're going to have to put yourself out there. You know what I mean? French, you ever been on social media trying to talk to people before?
Yes, I have.
How was that? How did that work for you?
I mean, it depends. If I was talking to my friends, that's talking to my friends. But if I want
No, I'm talking to another female.
To a female, like, yo, it was a real. If I see something I like, I either come out, say something. I have to test the waters first. So I would have to be like, damn, you sexy. Like, if I see a picture, damn, you sexy. And then let them do their own little search to hook them in and be like, oh, I want to get to know this kid. Or I'll just start, like, randomly saying, like compliments.
Now, sidebar, I want to say this because he said, damn, girl, you look sexy. Now, sidebar, guys, that don't always work. Depending on who you are and your swag, telling a girl, oh, you sexy, or damn, you got a fat ass, or I'll fuck you right now. If you don't have the right amount of swag to pull that shit off, you might get automatically blocked. Only Pacific dudes can say some wild shit, like literally, it could be a badass chick and she got like 1,000 dudes, in her live stream texting her, hey girl, what's up, girl? Where you gonna be at tonight, girl? And all it takes is one dude to catch her attention and be like, all right, guys, I'm getting off live, and she's gonna text that dude right off, like, all right, y'all, hey, what's going on? What you doing? It's literally like you really need to know how to talk online. And one thing I definitely would recommend, is learning grammar. Learn to spell.
Oh, facts.
One of the biggest turnoffs for any female is a guy texting who can't spell at all.
I have to cut you off there because there's some. Okay, in this day and age, you know how people, instead of saying "be right back," they say "BRB." So I think that.
Well, I'm not talking about BRB.
No, we're talking about grammar.
Like where are you? WHERE. They'll be like, where are you? WERE. Like, bro, that's the wrong where.
No, the worst for me is when people are like, I'm going to the store. Now we all know that I'm is spelled I''M. Even if you don't put the apostrophes, you got the I and the M. I hate when people put am.
Okay.
Am going to the store.
That's
no.
I have my own abbreviation in that. I'll be I'ma going to the store, but I'm not gonna put am going to the store.
Like, no, don't do that. Like, why? Why would it's 2 letters? You're still putting 2 letters down.
True.
Another thing you don't want to do, fellas, is sending dick pics automatically as your first message in. Sending your dick is not gonna, have her go, oh my god, I've never seen a dick like this before.
No, I ain't gonna lie, that's a diamond in the rough.
Not even, because when I used to be on on dating apps, like when I saw like message and we never conversated before, and the very first message is an image, I didn't even bother opening it,
right?
Because I already knew what it was, and it was just like, nope, I'm not even interested.
Right.
Like, I don't even want it. No.
The thing is, guys, you have to learn with these girls. You have to, through your messages, which I'm not gonna act like it's easy. Through your messages, you gotta convey that you're not only worth their time, but worth wanting to meet up with. Like, you gotta come off as a fun, cool guy from Jump Street. If they don't get that vibe from you early on, they're not gonna want to meet up with you. Because girls, they will front on you for at least 40 times before they decide they want to meet up with you.
That's true.
So if you're not like pulling them in with your words and like really getting into their heads, they're not gonna want to meet up.
Sometimes they don't even want to work. Sometimes they just meet. They just want to see your attitude. Sometimes it does take a pic. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, fuck his pic, and then I'll read his what's that shit that they have? The info.
Oh, the bio.
Yeah, there we go. They were the dial.
You see, the problem with bios, a lot of times girls don't believe what the fuck they're reading on that. Because my bio on all my platforms is very honest. I'm not lying about who I am. That's
the thing. That's the thing. Be honest with yourself.
But here's the thing, though. I'm so fucking awesome. They think it's a fucking lie. They're like, there's no way you make movies. There's no way you record podcasts. There's no way you do web series. There's no way you write books. Like, duh. Yes, I do. Like, I told you, it's on my website. Go on my website. You'll see it. So it's like, you gotta...
wait, I'm sorry. Side note, didn't you tell me a story where a female...
I met up with card
to. I gave her a card. I didn't know you actually do. I was like,
it was like 4 weeks. 4 weeks went by before she hit me back. Like, oh shit, you really do it. Like, duh, I told you that.
It's like I said. Sometimes you gotta wait for them to get reeled in. It depends on how you started off, how you look, or basically how you present yourself, or dialogue.
And when we say present yourself, we're also talking about the images you post on your account. Because
not everybody's Tyrese or
if you posting up half naked pictures and that's all you posting up, like after a while, I don't care how good you look. Like, I'm just like, all right, next. Because you're sharing this with the world.
And one thing I always like to tell people, make sure you're smiling in your pictures. Show your eyes. Don't be wearing sunglasses in every fucking photo. You know, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
True, but
you know, they need to be able to look at you and be like, oh, you got sweet eyes. You want them to say some shit, you
It
know?
irritates me regularly when people wear sunglasses while I'm trying to talk to you. It's just like, no, take the shit off.
Like, I can't see where your head is at right now.
Yeah,
that's the mystery.
No,
No.
it's not mystery. That's rude.
Here's the thing.
No,
Here's the thing. No,
It is
mystery
rude.
is a good thing, but too much mystery is too scary on social media. You can't be too fucking mysterious on social media. Because the thing is, once the girl look at you and she gets figure out what your name is, she's gonna Google. She's gonna find out who you are. She's gonna look for your other accounts. She's gonna try to Google you.
Okay,
Like, all right, who is this guy?
And that sounds like an Obsession movie, and that sounds like too much
No,
time.
bro, that's dating in
That's anybody.
That's dating in 2018, bro. There's no girl who I found on Tinder that I didn't go look for on Instagram. Shit, there'll be times fucking I meet a girl and like somehow, some way, like our information got exchanged or whatever, and I may not have her whole information, like her number or some shit, but just because I know her first name and last name, I can hit her on Facebook, like, yo, take my number, like, oh shit, I'm so glad you found me. Like, the fuck? Like, you know, 2018 is a different world than like 1950s. 1950s, I don't even know how people even deal with this shit.
They did a lot better than we did because we out here like thoughts now.
Yeah, you don't think there was dots back then?
I think they were thoughts, but they were more like discreet with it.
I think they were just more on the low.
And relationships actually lasted. Like people were actually.
Yeah, but that's because you don't have 30 niggas in your inbox trying to, you know, replace your man at the same time. Like, yo, I got next. Like, that's basically what niggas are doing these days. Like, I got next. So, fellas, when you're on social media, just know you're competing with like 50 other men.
But
maybe even more.
Like 200.
Especially if she's a bad
She's
joint.
bad. That's a million people behind.
So you gotta figure out how to hook them in through the first sentence. Now, I'm gonna give you guys what I've been using lately. This is lately, because how long have I been using social media for dating? Maybe like 2012, I should say. Maybe when I was 21, 22, that's when I started going up here and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I learned what they respond to, what they won't respond to. You know, you don't want to come off too nice. A lot of times these girls will respond, but they're not going to respond like full sentences. It'll be like, yeah, da-da-da-da. What's your favorite food? Pizza. Like, you have to really be interesting so you can get them to really have a full-blown conversation with you, because it will be a one-sided convo if you don't come in the right way.
Facts. So
one thing that worked for me lately, and I might not use this anymore because now I'm putting it on the podcast, but recently I was dealing with a Virgo. So when I would go on a profile and I would see that the girl was the Virgo, the first thing I'd be like, oh, no, I can't do this. No way. Yeah. So I'm like, all right.
I'm mad they actually really harmonized.
But I'm sitting here like, okay, she's a Virgo. The last girl I did was a Virgo. Virgo's been wasting my time. This is a no-go. But then I'm like, oh, she got pretty eyes, though.
Nice rhymes, bro.
So,
nice rhymes. I like those. That one, like, that's a bar right there. Like, dude.
So I'm like, oh, man. So I'll text them like, yeah, your eyes got my attention, but seeing that you were a Virgo got me thinking otherwise. I kid you not, every fucking time I get a response. I tried at least on 10 different Virgos. Every one of them responded. And I only did it on Virgos because it was honest for me to say that to a Virgo. I'm not going to say that to a Scorpio because I didn't go through that with a Scorpio. I went through that with a Virgo, you know, because 9 out of 10 times, one thing they will always say was like, you know, what does Virgo do to you? How you know about Virgos? That's the first thing they say. You know, you don't want to be sitting here making shit up. You want to be able to be honest about this shit. Like, oh, I dealt with a Virgo and da-da-da-da. You know, they may have some shit like, oh, you don't know how to handle a Virgo. And you got to be ready for these moments where, because girls would try to test you just to see, you know, whether you got a backbone, you know, whether, you know, you stand up, right? Like, they try to figure you out early. So, you know,
they're looking for that defender. They're looking for something, or they're just looking for that one night. Some of them actually,
some of them might be looking for one night. Yeah.
Because you know what? When I went out, because when I had,
when I
was in my single life, I always like going out. I always like going to bars. I always like going to parties, and I always like going to lounges. I like to see new people with friends or not. If I'm either with my wolf pack, I'm with my female friends. I'm the guy. I'm the designated guy to pull anything from A, B, C, or D. One moment, please. Got interruption. People.
Right, people walking in over here. But go ahead, keep talking. Try to talk over these guys.
All right.
Walking by. Hey guys, if you want us to actually record in an actual studio so we can stop dealing with these technical difficulties while we're on the road, you can definitely support us. The link is in the description.
Please subscribe.
Right.
Now back to what we were saying. I like I said, I like to go out to different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go out, I have a good time. I see a chick I like. I make sure that I survey the area, make sure she's not with nobody, or she's waiting for somebody. Then I trying to make my move. Come up with a good line, depending on how she looks, make a couple compliment. That's the difference between looking at a picture, because it's a 50-50 chance that that's a lie.
True. I was getting catfish before there was a show called Catfish.
Facts.
Exactly. Yep, we gotta move. That's dead.
Where are you going? All right.
I'm letting him know it's me.
Anywho, guys, we'll be right back after the short break.
Maybe short break. Sorry, guys.
You know what's crazy? I actually put together a documentary similar to Catfish before Catfish came out, but I never put it out because of the girl who... Alright, this is what happened. So, I had a friend, right? And he was supposedly dating a girl. This is MySpace days. So, supposedly he was talking to a girl, and her cousin supposedly liked me or whatever, right? And I'm like, I'm good, because I heard that was one of my other people's girlfriend. Like, he dated her. So, I speak to him, and he's like, yo, I never even met that girl. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, me and that girl never met. So I'm like, all right, that's interesting. So I give the girl my number. She calls me. We talking. I'm like, oh, I'm looking at her profile. She got mad pictures on her account. So I'm like, this might be her. I'm like, yo, you cute. Her name is Jade and shit. So I'm like, all right, Jade, or was it Simone? It's one or the other. So
Go on.
she goes, it's crazy. I have all these other girls pretending to be me on the internet. So I'm like, is that right? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, but why? Why all these girls want to be you on the internet? She's like, I don't know. Well, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to search this up. Do a quick search on MySpace. Jade. I turned it was Jade or Simone. They were sisters, but but Jade Kendall. There was like 50 different Jade and Simone up there.
Damn.
So I'm sitting here like, how the fuck do I know I'm talking to the real one then? So I'm over here like, all right, let's meet up. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. You never sit there and wait for a girl to say, oh, let's meet up. You're supposed to lead that interaction. You, as the man, you lead that interaction. Like, oh, let's meet up. Don't stop with that, oh, when am I going to see you? Set up a fucking date and be like, yo, this weekend we're going to go do this. All right? What time you want me to come pick you up? Do that. All right? You'll be surprised the response you get from a woman when you actually do that. But anyways, so I'm like, yo, so what's up? Let's meet up. She don't want to meet up. And I'm like, oh, this is so extra sus. So I call my mans. I'm like, yo, you never met Shorty? He's like, I've never met Shorty. But I'm like, my nigga, weren't y'all dating for months? He's like, yeah, but we never met in person. We had some phone sex and shit.
Nigga, that's not dating.
Right? And I'm just like,
wait, phone sex?
Yeah, that bitch was into phone sex. Trust me, believe I ended up having phone sex with her too. That's before I knew that it wasn't the real girl. But either or,
Let's have some phone sex.
No,
she was down with the phone sex. I'm not gonna front on that one. Then we're gonna have to do a whole episode on phone sex based off of that.
She don't want to meet up with them,
right? So
That's just a wasteful.
I decide I'm gonna go ahead and hit up all the Jade and Simones, because I'm so curious, like, why all these girls want to be this Jade and Simone. So she's like, oh, don't do that documentary. But I'm just like, I got to. And of course, who's the first subject, the main one? Her. So I'm over here fucking on camera documenting all this. I'm going to my manuscript, who was supposed to be dating her cousin, and I'm like, yo, you fucked her cousin, right? Nah, we never met either. Y'all never met either. So what's her number? He showed me her number. Same exact number as the girl that's been calling me. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, who is this chick? Who is this? I'm calling up my man who was dealing with her before, and I'm telling him the story, and his man's like, yo, my man was dating her sister. I'm like, put him on three-way. I'm calling this nigga up. I'm giving him all the information. They're like, nah. I'm like, yo, bro, go on MySpace right now. There's 50 accounts, all saying they're Jade and Simone. And I'm not just looking at the accounts. I'm hitting every one of them up. And they all claiming to be the real Jade and Simone. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? So I put the video online. Once I put the video online, like, I didn't put all the footage out, but it was basically a teaser trailer. Like, oh, we on the case, right? Mm-hmm. So the girl who I was talking to no longer wanted to respond to my messages because, it was getting hot that, I'm figuring it out. She ain't who she says she is. So after a while, I stopped hearing from her, and I'm just reaching out to all the Jade Simones, and they all claiming to be the real one, but nobody could give me legit proof. So this one day, I get a message. Like I said, the trailer was online for a while, so the trailer was getting a lot of views. and I got hit up on this dude. He's like, yo, you the one who's making the documentary, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, Jade's my ex. I'm like, word? Prove it, nigga. How is that your ex? He sent me a picture of both of them together. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. That's some factual proof right there. That's legit you in the photo. You know, I'm like, God, because it'll be a lot of work for another girl to create another account of a boyfriend that'd be mad fucking work. I don't know if they were doing that shit in MySpace days, but that would have been a fucking whole lot of work to create 2 accounts, one boyfriend and a girlfriend. But anyways, you know, I looked at the account. The guy seemed legit. So I'm like, yo, give Shorty my info so I could talk to her for the documentary. So I spoke to one of them. I believe it was Jade. Or was it Simone? I really can't remember. It's all on camera. I gotta really put this footage out. But I didn't end up putting the footage out because she actually asked me not to. Because she's like, yo, it's actually a big mess. You know, like this day, like it was something that only happened in Texas, and then somehow it just fucking blew up from there, and it's kept going and going, and she don't know why these girls were taking her identity, but she wanted the shit to go away. And you know, I'm like, all right, cool, gotcha. I'll drop the doc or whatever. And then, you know, I left it alone until, you know, I kept getting emails about that shit. Like, yo, what happened to that shit? What happened to that shit? And at first, I just didn't respond because I was trying to respect the girl's wishes and shit. Then Catfish came out. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck? What the fuck? We was literally just 1 year off right before Catfish. Right before Catfish. I was like, shit. We could have had Catfish before Catfish. You know, but I'm going to drop it soon because the people are still asking for what the fuck happened. So we're going to drop that story soon. The whole video. It's a vlog. I guess now it's a vlog. But, yeah, you know, on social media, you do gotta be careful because some people are not who they say they are.
Don't you hate that, Richard?
You never know. It could be me. You know, setting up characters for a movie. You never fucking know.
Cordy.
You never fucking know. But let's say you do get to meet somebody, and they do respond, and there is a match, and they are willing to meet up with you. Where do you go? What do you think is a good place for a guy to take a girl that you never met before?
Definitely someplace outside.
Need witnesses.
Public.
Yeah,
Public
definitely. I wouldn't want to go to like a dark spot, but then at the same time, I wouldn't consider a movie like a good date either.
Yeah, I'll never take a girl on a movie.
That is the opposite.
If I take you on a movie, yo, I'll let you know now. If I ever take you to the movies, we're not on a date. I'm letting you know that now.
That's a job.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm at work right now. I'm studying.
I'm a female and I'm saying that. Like, no, don't do it. Don't.
Like, if I was gonna take somebody on a date, my first date, I would be like, yo, it's either go to the park. So
you know why people go to the movie though? So it's like people who have nothing going on, they want to be able to talk about the movie after the movie. At least they'll have something to talk about when they get dinner. You know what I mean? But I automatically think like I think I'm a big person on adventure. You know what I mean? Early on, you need to find out what a girl likes. You know, if she's one of those girls that do all those online surveys, like, oh, I like ice cream, and, you know, biggest fear, oh, I hate clowns, that's your biggest friend right there. That's a cheat code to figuring out what you could do on the first date. If her shit says, oh, I like to go ice skating, guess what the fuck y'all doing?
Going ice skating.
We're going ice skating. You know, like, I kid you not. That's my biggest...
That's even perfect, because if she don't know what she's doing, you don't know what you're doing, like, that's a lot of physical touching going on.
I've done that before, and I definitely didn't know what the fuck I was doing. She was perfectly skating around, going around the circles. My ass was dragging in the ice, cutting that shit up.
Me,
the skates was a size too small. I'm like, yo, size 13 should be perfect. Nope, that shit was tight as fuck for me, and I'm like, whoa, I'm trying to make this shit fucking work and shit. So they give me a size 14, and the shit was way too big. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, like y'all don't have one in the 13 and a half, my nigga, like something. You know, I'm over here dragging in the ice and shit, but she enjoyed herself, you know, so. You know, find out what she likes. You know, she likes laser tag, take her to laser tag. You know, she likes going to museums, take her to a museum. You know, and museums are free. If you're in New York right now, if you got a library card, you could use a library card the same way I was using a movie pass. They literally have free admission to certain museums as long as you have a library card. Look that shit up, bro. Look it up. I forgot what it was called. I think it was like something hall, something pass.
And then there's museums that are completely free and they just accept donations.
Right. Fridays at MoMA, you know, that's free. You know. Falling out with the girls then too, you know. One thing I hate is the girls just say, "Oh, I just like to party," because I'm just like, I don't know about all that. You know, there's one girl I was talking to like, "Yo, I like to go out and party." So I'm like, "All right, cool." She's like, "Yeah, but only Caribbean parties." I'm like, "Okay, you're starting to narrow shit down now." Yeah. Right. There's only like maybe one or two of those a week.
From the beginning. We're gonna have to put you to the side.
And I don't drink or smoke. Like, okay, so wait.
What are we doing?
So
we're going to a Caribbean party.
But you don't drink, you don't smoke.
What do you think they do at the Caribbean parties?
All right, go. This is gonna be a very interesting night.
Nah, a dub from the start. Nope, got it. Next.
But that's if they want to go out. Sometimes the girls just want to meet up and fuck, and she just like come through.
Facts.
Now as a man, you need to figure out, one, is this legit, or two, am I being set up? Because people are getting set up these days.
Yeah, it's getting set up, but this is how you counter it. Just walk in there and say, "You take my clothes off."
What?
Wait, what? Wait.
You
Go
went
inside.
somewhere else.
Dead serious? Nah, just like they said. Just to make it call not rape.
Guys,
she took all my clothes off,
wait,
officer.
I really wish, just a pause, I really wish you could see Carl and I's face right now. Like, we looked back at Reggie, like, what?
Yeah, serious. Because I was really being honest with that shit. That really does fucking...
I'm talking about getting set up and robbed.
That's what... Oh, shit. Robbed.
Set up and robbed. What do you...
I mean,
you talking about getting set up and somebody say you raped them?
They rob you if they even say...
Niggas
my God.
Niggas get killed out here. What you mean?
Dudes be trying to meet up with girls and there's dudes waiting for them with guns, bro.
Yes.
I'm glad I survived that because...
Even with websites like Adam for Adam, like where it's mostly like transgenders or gays, like a lot of them have right there, on the motel on Queens Boulevard Jets.
Yeah. Right
there a couple of years ago they found a guy, a gay guy. That he went, I think, on POF or Adam for Adam, and he started talking to this guy, and the guy was like, "Hey, come through, we'll meet up here." Got the room, and he went in. The maids went in the next morning and found the guy dead on the bed.
That's crazy.
Yo,
and it was on the news and everything. It was a guy that was like specifically targeting gay guys, and he was just killing them off.
Yeah.
Damn.
I believe it because
I'm glad I'm
the
luckiest.
A gay guy never tried to hit on you on social media before? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had
guys and girls hit on me on social media.
I had a gay guy hit on me once, and I'll never forget it because I was in DR. I'm on my laptop and shit, and I had what you call that shit? Timeshare. And because of the timeshare, I had like privileges on the resort and shit, so I was able to like get free drinks all night, unlimited drinks or whatever. So I'm like, oh, bet I'm trying everything on the fucking menu. I'm drinking everything, sex on the beach, fucking pina colada. I'm trying them all. I was going ham. So here I am on POF. I'm going through some shit with the shorty I was with at the time, so I'm on POF trying to, see how the shit is working. And it's like my first time really using POF. So, I'm reaching out to a few girls. Hit and miss a couple times. Like I get one, they may respond to the first message, but then I say too much in the second one, they'll start responding. So I'm like, damn, it's not working out. So this dude, I'll never forget, this white man, I can't remember what the man's name, but some man hit me up and he's like, hey, I forgot what he said. I'm like, hey, bro, sorry, bro, I'm barking out the wrong tree, I ain't with the shits, but good luck, good luck,
I ain't gonna lie, I had one too, but I told him the same thing, like, yo, you got the wrong thing. I don't swing that way. Look like a cool person though, so you might find that next one. So, laters. And I was like that.
Yeah, but this guy didn't stop hitting me up. He kept hitting me up. He was like, we still be friends and da 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 da.
No, you just sound creepy.
Right? He sounded creepy, but because I'm drunk and shit, and me being a writer, I'm like, ooh, I can write a character based on this. So I'm like, I'm trying to get all the details in the world and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. You want to be my friend? We can be friends. So tell me, when did you find out you was gay? When did you like? Like I went in early on, and he honestly answered all the questions.
Oh wow!
Like I just knew when I was young and da da da. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess when you know, because I know I'm not. So if you know you are, you know it. So I'm like, how long did it tell your parents and who knew first and who'd you tell first and da 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 da. Man, answering all of these questions, and I'm sitting here like, wow, you don't even know me from Adam, but you're giving me all the information. Like, this is so interesting. Like, wow, like this is crazy. Like he's basically becoming my gay avatar. Like basically telling me everything about the gay community and shit. I'm like, wow, some life you living. Then he goes, you got some juicy lips. I'm like, you see, bro? You see? No. You see, bro? This is where you fucked up, bro. We were having a good conversation until you try to hit on it. And that was the moment I realized what women go through. I was like, this is why women don't want to be friends with men. Yeah. I get it now. Yeah. Because it's dumb shit like this. You think you got a friend and they ain't trying to fuck you. I get it now. Women, I understand your pain. Yeah. I understand why. Yeah. I understand why. Yeah, girls, go ahead, put that wall up. I get it. I understand.
But what I was coming from, what I was trying to say is some girls be calling that rape thing. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know about that shit.
What, that girls were getting people set up?
Yeah, getting people
killed?
set up.
I know, dude.
Set up.
I know.
Junior alone was set up.
Shit.
Junior was set up. And she was saying that he raped her. That's why he got killed. Not only wasn't mistaken an identity. Like, she pointed him out. There was a video of them upstairs recording it before it even happened. Chicks are foul. Shit. We are foul. Do not trust us.
You know what's crazy? And I hate to throw this girl under the bus like that because I got mad love for this girl. But there was a model I used to work with. I'm not going to name no names. There was a model I used to work with when I was working at Hall of Fame Music Store. Working at Hall of Fame Music Store, we was around a lot of rappers, a lot of celebrities. So K Slade came in, DJ K Slade. She ended up on Straight Stuntin' magazine. Ended up in, a couple of rappers' music videos. Started dating a couple of NBA ballers and all that shit. Basically she was living the fucking high life, basically, and shit, right? So, I haven't heard from her in a couple years, and every time I reach out to her, she's always too busy to like make plans about filming and shit like that. And then she go radio silent for a minute, and I'm just like, damn, bitch, fuck you going radio silent on a nigga? You in Hollywood on a nigga? You're not responding? Nope, not what happened at all. Turns out she tried to set a dude up to get robbed, and them dudes who went to go rob him ended up killing the dude and putting him in the trunk, and they all went down for manslaughter. Now she's out now. I don't know how she's out, but that's when I realized, holy shit, someone that was in my circle, we weren't in the same circles no more when she was with K Slade, but someone who was, around me, or that I knew could fuck about, set somebody up and got a dude killed, then that shit could happen to anybody. Sure. That shit could happen to anybody. Like, I used to see this girl every fucking day, and I didn't even think that she was down like that. I had no clue that she would get down like that, So, dudes, you gotta be careful when you meeting with these girls.
Please be careful.
I remember there was this girl, two set of girls that was running around. They would like meet dudes in hotel rooms, and they'll put like eye drops in their drinks for the dude to pass down, and they'll rob them and dip. And then they got caught because one of the dudes died.
That messes up your intestines. Like, that is poison. That's like me putting antifreeze in your drink. I'm like, hey, baby, here you go. Enjoy. So
you gotta be careful, dude. But, if not just being set up, not just, in case, rape case and shit like that. I'm the type of dude that makes sure I screenshot every conversation and shit like that, just in case, if I was like, she switched up on a dude, it's like, wait a minute, yesterday, we was all lovey-dovey. When did this new shit come from? You know what I mean? So, you want to keep receipts.
Yeah.
Keep receipts.
Paper trail.
Try to be in public as much as possible until y'all get, to that part. And, try to... Guys, you gotta understand, women will give you the proper signals to let you know they're ready and it's on and popping. Look for the signals. If you don't look for the signals, things can get bad really fast. You gotta look for the signals. What are the signals? There's some I know.
Number one, comfortability. Mm-hmm. Like, if she is not trying, like if she looks like she's just uncomfortable, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Don't even bother trying to keep like getting her in the bed or whatever it is. Like, she's not comfortable. Either start over again or just end it right there and move on to the next one. That's my number one. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
What's another signal that girls try to let a guy know that she's ready without verbally saying, give me the dick? Like, what are the other signals? Like, I say another one is, when she started getting all touchy, like, oh, hug me or, hold me. Facts. When a girl tells me, when we're drinking and all of a sudden she wants me to hold her, that's my cue. Like, oh, I know what to do. I know where we're going. Okay, that's another signal. Frenchie, you gonna say one? No.
No. Frenchie's just
sober.
Frenchie's just blank right now.
Yeah, because
another one.
The way that I picture it.
Not picture it. Talk about experience. We gotta talk about experience.
My experience.
We're gonna have to talk about experience because we can't give these guys advice on shit from how we picture shit. Because how we picture it is never exactly how things go down.
Well, you basically put it down. Like, first, it's just like a rapper said. First we get to talking, then we get to touching. Next thing you know, we'll be like. That's how it was with me when I was going out. It's, like, I always see something.
Going out? You don't have a woman right here? You're not still doing that with your woman?
Of course. Well, right now, because of work.
Your woman don't give you signals?
Frenchie set me up. He set me up.
Your woman don't give you signals? She out in public?
No,
and
she attacks.
So what?
She attacks. She be saying, like, yo, this is mine, and she just grabs what she wants. Like, this.
In public?
Yeah.
Like, you have stuff in the park? In the park?
Yeah, I don't care.
In the park? Okay.
She does not care.
I don't care.
She does not.
I mean, there's limitations. I won't whip it out right now and, just go at it. I mean, if there's nobody around, like, I'm sitting in my car. Like,
you talk about this. Like, come on, man. I can't like, my past, I can talk about my past. What I have now is completely different.
Right.
So, it's not, what I had before, it's never going to be like what I got now.
I'm talking about signals.
Signals that I would be pitching.
When the girl give you consent, like she giving you the consent, like you can take this down. Like I know another time when I know I can take it down when the girl decides she wanted to lay on my bed. If we were nowhere near my bed and all of a sudden she wants to go lay down on my bed.
Oh yeah, I be figuring out shit like this when they be asking me this question.
Unless she says, "Oh, I just want to go to sleep," and she's not letting you take off the drawers. That's not consent, bruh. Now you know now. If she's telling you, "Nah, I'm good, bruh. I just want to go to sleep." Some of these girls really some of these girls really do me. I mean, I'm telling you, there's two different ways of it. Because some y'all like to play. So there's two ways. You have to look like y'all look at her body language. Is she really like no like?
But that's what I'm saying. Like as a female, I don't understand why if I'm gonna lay on your bed and we're not gonna do anything, I'm not gonna lay on your bed. If me and you just start talking, I'm not gonna lay on your bed to go to sleep. Like,
yeah, but there's some girls out here who purposely just go out with dudes just so they have a place to stay for the night, have something to eat.
Like, yo, that's a dub.
But guys don't know that.
But guys do it too.
I mean, yeah, guys do it too. Yes, guys do that too. So ladies, you have to be careful because guys do that too. You know, but you don't know that until that moment, until you got them in your crib and you thinking, all right, it's about to go down, and they're like, all right, good night, and you're like, fuck, no fuck.
I ain't gonna lie, I've done it.
I had that.
I've done it. I've done it.
I'm kind of guilty of that.
What's
shit
your
too.
Wi-Fi password?
Word, right? Like you got Wi-Fi?
Get to YouTube real
Damn,
quick.
you didn't even got Wi-Fi? I've even left. I've left just for the simple fact like he didn't have Wi-Fi.
Her crib and be like, yo, I just want to make sure. I was like, what? Really? No. Bet. Wi-Fi password. Woke up at
But y'all purposely came in there knowing that y'all wasn't trying to fuck. Knowing that it was a date situation.
I didn't know until I actually got in the house.
My thing is, when I think about it, I was just being naive. I'm a very naive person at times, especially because I'm thinking, oh, we could be guys and girls could just be friends. She just invited me over because she want to see me hang out, and then go there, shuts the door, turns off the lights, and like just go with it. Like, wait, what? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm that type of person too.
All right. What? Bathroom? Okay.
You gotta pause it.
Just go into the bathroom. We'll just keep the bull show running.
Oh, shit. Have some fun,
niggas. But,
Guys, we gotta apologize.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't know this is part of the podcast.
Yeah, this is definitely part of the podcast.
We definitely keeping this one.
But the thing is, guys, you gotta know when they're comfortable. If you don't know when they're comfortable, it's gonna get awkward really, really fast, Because you can't force it. That's the one thing you can't do is force it. The interaction gotta go with the flow. It gotta be natural. If you force it, then that's when it starts becoming rape and non-consensual sex and whatnot. Because the girl will still have sex with you, but that doesn't mean it was consensual.
She will definitely have sex with you. She will let you do whatever it is that you have to do. And then she will definitely leave, go straight to the ER. Like, I would like a rape test performed.
It happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah.
And if you're not with somebody who trusts you and loves you and have some deep feeling with you, don't push your luck. Don't do that shit. You trust and believe. Like, if the person don't know you, bro, they don't know your character. They don't know if you were drinking and all that stuff. That shit don't matter. They didn't feel comfortable with how shit went down, and now you got a situation at hand. But if you don't, the next way you got to protect yourself is with protection, literal protection.
That's a whole different story on its own.
Right.
Because you have a bunch of women that come. There's some people who have like different diseases and stuff like that, and they'll punch holes in like condoms and stuff like that.
Why?
Some people are just sick.
Why would they do that?
Some people are sick. Some people feel like, oh well, somebody infected me and they didn't tell me, like, so I'm gonna just go out and do it to somebody else. Yeah.
That's sick.
It's terrible.
That's sick.
It is terrible.
That's a horrible excuse. That's like, I was being raped, so I gotta go rape people now. Like, no. But I've heard that's actually the excuse people have actually went with. Because I remember I was watching Oprah, and Monique was talking about she got raped by her brother, and Oprah went ahead and got Monique's brother up there. Like, fuck you was doing? Why are you doing that? And he was like, well, somebody did it to me. I just thought that was what you did. Like, what? Like, I don't recommend that at all. If you got some trauma, deal with your trauma. Go seek help.
Yeah.
Don't go ahead and pass the trauma on to more people.
Yeah. You don't know that person's, situation. You don't know what they're going through with their life. Like,
some people will come back and kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot on the news.
Oh, yeah.
Some people just come back and literally just kill you. Just like, you did this to me? Oh, no, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You thought you was going to be able to keep on passing it on to other people. Nope. The boat stops here. So definitely be careful with that. But guys, definitely wear protection, because I know I know so many people, who, they in situation, we all go out to party, we're all drinking, and then, there may be a girl there who was like, I don't want to say fucking easy, but, that night, she done her whole shit. She going through a whole phase. Especially if a girl's going through a whole phase, like she just got out of a relationship. She don't know what she want, but she want to have a good time, then... Well, I'm speaking from somebody who, not from my experience, but I'm from a nigga who's seen the shit happen to a nigga. We at the party, everybody dancing, girl meets guy meets girl, he's not really putting a move on her, but, when you start whining, you start playing that soca music, that right Rihanna song come on real quick.
Yeah.
Few minutes later, they gone. They out. They didn't even have an hour of conversation together. But that was it. The right amount of drinks, the right amount of songs, and them dance moves, they was out. Problem was, nigga didn't have a condom. Nigga fucked without a condom. Turned out, shorty was fucking another nigga the night before. And that nigga definitely don't get checked out. Turns out, shorty was thinking that she got a UTI. So guess what? This nigga might not have to go get himself checked out to see if he got something because, he put himself in a new sexual network. A lot of people don't know this, but every time you fuck somebody, you just added yourself into a sexual network. Sexual network is basically who you fucking, who the person you're fucking is fucking, who they were fucking before then, who's still fucking them now. Like,
Yep.
Even if you're not fucking the other people, but technically you're connected to that sexual network. You want to know the sexual network. So, like me, personally, if I meet a girl and we're from the same hood, I'm trying to figure out if she dated anybody else in my hood. Because I'm trying to figure out the sexual network now. Like, okay, if she dealing with this nigga, okay, I know this nigga got something. I know this nigga had something. So, that may lead up to her. It's not going to lead up to me. And then that's a dub for that shit. You got to know about people's sexual networks. Ask questions. I know it's kind of hard, especially when you ready and you just hot and ready and in the mood, like, ooh, let's do this. You're not thinking about getting yourself checked out and getting her checked out and just like.
Welcome back.
Hey guys, I'm back.
This nigga came back with Captain Morgan.
With Captain, and we're talking about sex and alcohol.
Right?
Perfect. He was okay.
Yeah, because you gotta have your little rum.
Okay.
But you've been drinking and you're not thinking and you're like. I want to put it where it's thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, if there's one rule I'd rather put out there is please know your limit. Please know your limit.
Yeah, but we're talking about, that don't mean shit when you're trying to fuck.
Side note, nigga. Now, when you at home.
When you're at home, but we're talking about people meeting up, getting drunk, and getting ready to fuck.
Look, all I know is that condoms are free. Condoms, oh my God, condoms are free. A lot of people go for name brand. Like, people are just like, oh, well, I'm not going to fuck with lifestyle because, well, lifestyle is lifestyle.
What's crazy? I used to be that way.
I used to be too.
And then them Trojans kept breaking. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. Yeah, I was like, yo, what am I doing wrong? I thought, maybe because I'm leaving them in my wallet. Stop leaving my wallet. Still break.
Yeah, that's a dub too.
Definitely don't leave them in your wallet.
Don't leave them in your wallet.
Don't leave them in
the car. It has to stay with it.
With juice. That's cold.
I keep it in my pocket. And that's it.
Yeah, your pocket is fine.
Or if I got a backpack with my laptops and shit, it may be in there. But you definitely want to have a condom on you on all times because you never know when it could go down. Girls, y'all so weird because because guys, if you don't know this now, the thing is when you go down on a date, you're still wondering, am I going to get to beat it or not? The girl already knows before y'all meet up if she's going to fuck you or not.
She does.
It's up to you to figure that shit out during the date if it is or not. And then maybe if you do some ill shit, the drawers may get wet and may come off that night. But if she already had it in her head, I ain't going to let this nigga fuck tonight.
Not for nothing, I was able to realize, like, when I was on like dating apps and things like that, like I would realize by like the third or fourth message that you sent me if I'm going to continue conversation with you. I knew by the third message, we're not gonna go nowhere. Right. And that's me. Right. And like if I knew like, all right, I'm definitely gonna get in, like I'm gonna fuck him. I knew. Right. It's.
You know when I know a girl's. You know when I know when a girl's ready to fuck me? When she tells me her number ASAP. Like, yo, text me on my phone. I don't really be on this app. Boom, I already know. And like, oh. Let's do this.
Yep.
Time to go.
Not for nothing. That's exactly what I fucking do. It's like, you know what? Let me get your number because I'm not really on here like that. And We can go for, but there have been times that, you know, I've done that and I've gone out to actually meet the person and it's just like, I thought wrong. Sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Like I must have been in my zone that night.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling it today.
Not today. It was a, you know.
That's what I've been talking about. Sometimes, you know, you just be flirting because you're bored. Because there'll be times I will flirt like 4 or 5 days. And by day 6, I'm like, and I just start responding.
After a while, I started like creating accounts, like it was my name, you know, my face and everything. I will put my pictures up, and I would just sit there and read all the messages that people with. This one guy gave me a whole story of how he wanted to come in the back door and fuck me anal randomly in the kitchen, and a whole essay, and I sat there like. I was like, did you copy and paste? Like, do you send these to, like, every girl? Is this your pickup line? And he was just like, no, I wrote that specifically for you. And I was just like, oh, you gotta go. Like, no. We're not doing that.
Like, yo, that's a crazy story. Like, yo, bro, dang.
Hey, but, you know, on the internet, sometimes you may find somebody who want that. Like, I always wanted someone who would write a story about me and talk about fucking me. You know, like, you know, some people might be not me, guys, but I'm just saying, some people.
Me either.
There's
definitely somebody out there wants that. You know, some people want that. You know what I mean? And, you know, to each his own. You know, you got to know what you're looking for. You know, like everybody is looking for something specific. I remember one time, I'll never forget this. This is how I learned that not all gay people are the same. You know, not to be putting y'all in a box. But my best friend is gay, right? And he had an event, and he hired me to shoot it. And I was going to go charge my camera. So I walked into the room so I could put my battery in the outlet and shit. And I hear this one man say to this other man, like he was saying some shit to him, like, yeah, I want you to ride by ass, some shit. And he goes, nah, man, I'm a bottom. And I'm just like, oh Lord, I gotta go. Jesus Christ. Oh Lord. All right, but I just wanted to point out that you gotta find out who you're compatible with. That's the only reason why I pulled that story out. But it was just, I just felt that for some reason I felt like this was the perfect place for this story of, you know, because I'm talking about compatibility, because you don't know who you're dealing with until you're dealing with them, and you know. You know, that'd be fucked up. I'm sorry. You know, like, but it like all right. If you meet up with somebody and you find out the day of, like, oh, we're not compatible at all.
It happened. Like, yeah. I met this one guy, right? We were talking a lot. You know, like, it was like nonstop. Like, I would purposely go into the app. If I text him and like he didn't respond in time, like, I would go into the app. Like, I felt some type of way. Right. I would make sure nigga wasn't online. Like, nigga, you ignoring me now, what? Anyways, you know, real, like, he's telling me, like, yeah, you know, like, I'm 6'7", you know, like, real tall, you know, and I was just like, oh my God, I was, like, in love with this idea of this person, right? Until, you know, I actually met him, and we're face to face, and now I'm a tall person, right? I'm 5'11". Looking up, I felt a little uncomfortable. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I feel some type of way. Like, I don't like the fact that I have to keep tippy-toeing.
Wait,
and then he was extremely needy. Like, he constantly, like, I realized that after we met, like, he was more needy. Right. If that makes...
that makes a lot of sense.
Like, he was just...
Because people, you know, they don't show you everything the first day.
Yeah.
You know?
But it was just like... It'll be like 11 o'clock at night, and he's just like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, come over. And I'm like, all right. And I'll go over there to sit in the car for like 3 hours. And I'm just like, what are we doing? And he's just like, well, my mom is upstairs. And I'm like, bruh, like, what are you doing?
You know, it's funny you say that. One of the reasons why I don't like dating is because I'm still living at my place with my parents and whatnot. And I'll never forget. I'm gonna tell you guys a very interesting story. I'll never forget this. This is the number one reason why I don't like bringing girls to my place. That's the number one reason why. Like, usually, like, it's rare when I bring a girl to my place. Like, other than the girl y'all know of, she's like maybe one of the few girls I allow to come to my place, right? So I'm like,
wait, complete side note, that's true, because the first time I met Carl, like, you know, I met him through Frenchie, and he was like, hey, you know, my homegirl Harley's coming. He's like, who's Harley? And he was just, I don't remember all the questions, but he sat there and asked a whole bunch of questions before it was actually confirmed, like, all right, we're going upstairs. And this was all from, like, when you parked the car to the building. Like, he was mad quiet. And I was just like, Frenchie, like, we could just go, no. Like, it took a good 20 minutes, but go ahead.
Right, I gotta know. I don't let anybody in my crib. Tell me y'all ladies steal. I'm sorry. Like, oh, this nigga got some good shit in here. Next thing you know, you missing shit. Like, what the fuck?
You got a chick walking around
right?
with your whole TV. I can't with this.
Right? This is my PlayStation 4. Like, what? What the fuck? Like, where my dog go? Like, I've been had this dog. Like, I always had a Yorkie. Like, no, you what? But anyway, so I must have been at least 19 years old at this time. I'll never forget this. 19, maybe 20. And I'll never forget this because it was the middle of the night. And at this point, my brother, he was coming back and forth from rehab, right? And at one point, he was staying home a lot, right? He didn't go back to the program, whatever. And the way the room was set up before, we had a divider. But the divider was gone because he was gone. So he was back, and we haven't had a chance to put the room back to where we were, where our rooms are divided. So it's after midnight, and, you know, I'm laid out, fast asleep. Then I hear voices. People coming in. Shh. I'm listening to the voices. It's like 4 of them. 2 guys, 2 girls. So I'm like, all right, my brother and his mans, and sound like 2 bitches. What the fuck are they trying to? So, you know, they're like, yo, shh, come on, get in. And the girl's talking in a regular volume voice, like, nah, fuck out of here, son. He's like, nah, come on. She's like, nah, you got me whispering this shit. Come on, guys, I've been in a guy's crib who's younger than you guys, I don't have to do this shit. Nah, this some little boy shit. Fuck out of here. And the girl fucking dipped. And in my mind, I'm saying, like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
High five. Whoever you are, if you're listening to this, high five.
I don't know who that girl was. And when I asked my brother about it, he was so drunk tonight, he don't even remember who that was.
Damn.
But, you know, good for you. Because I'm just like, because fellas, get your priorities in order. You shouldn't be trying to fucking smash at your mama's house. That's not, to me, I don't, like, the only way that happens is the girl been fucking with you for a minute and she understand your situation, not the first fucking time. There's no way on the first time you bring her to your mama's house and you got to sneak her in with your mama home and shit. That little boy shit. Don't do it.
Unless you're doing it already all the time.
I mean, some people can't do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Some parents don't. Some people got parents who don't care.
They don't give 2
like,
shits.
oh, this boy is always so fucking loud with these bitches. Go bring these hoes in.
I remember one time we went in the bedroom and we jumped in the shower. Right when we was getting out the shower, he was like, yo, my mom's home. I was like, duh. No, what are we doing? He said, what you mean, what are we doing? Like, yo, Ma, what up? I'm in the bathroom. Like, shorty with me. I was like, what are you doing? I'm not ready.
I personally don't like doing that shit. I don't like dealing with people with parents in the house and shit like that, because it just get awkward. I remember this one time I was dealing with this girl in Brooklyn. I smashed the shit out of her. We was about to go a second round. Her mama came home, and I'm just like, oh, I know all the sex. I'm like, yo, I know all the sex is in the air. Like, I was literally in mid-act of going in for the second round. Like, I'm like, literally pants is off. I'm going in. Door, you know, you hear the key chaining in, like, oh shit, pants back up. We sit down, we over here watching Sex and the City. She comes in, and we, you know, her mom sits in the bed, and she's talking to both of us, like, hey guys, and da 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 da, and, you know, talking about Sex and the City and shit. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna do this anymore. And, you know, like, I mean, you know, I waited for, you know, her mom to be like, what's going on? What's going on? What?
I like it. Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. More technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to edit this show. This show is not gonna be one straight through like the old ones. Alrighty, where was I? Oh yeah. So I'm inside her, and I hear her mom come inside the house.
But the way did you really? He looked at me like, yeah, I was in her. The head nod and everything.
So I'm inside her. I hear the keys. I'm like, oh no, someone else is coming inside this house. So, get up, put my pants on. You know, I step away from the girl, get close to the TV. Her mom walks in. Hi. I never met her mom a day in my life till that moment. So, hi, how you doing? Hey guys. She sits on the bed, you know, she's talking, and I'm just there, just like, oh, this is so awkward. Like, you know, the sweat is still going down on both of us. You know, the room definitely smells like sex. Like, you can't tell me the room don't smell like no sex and shit. So I'm just waiting for her mom to get out. 15 minutes go by, her mom's still rambling on and shit. And then finally her phone go off. She's like, all right, guys, I'll let you guys get back to it. And this girl looks at me like, all right, so, you know, you want to get back to this? I'm like, no, I think I'm going to go home now. Like, all the motivation I had in the world is gone.
Okay.
It is gone.
Let's go.
It is gone.
Now,
I know.
Nah, I'm sorry. But I had a situation, but it wasn't with the mother. It was with the father. And this is
That's even fucking worse.
That's way worse.
I had one of those too. It was my dad.
Oh, no.
Okay. You hit the pinnacle. Mine was like in third because I made it out alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that second story window, and then I'm glad that fence was
there. You climbed out the window?
I jumped out the window.
I jumped out of a window after having sex too. Got my whole hand stuck in the gate.
Yeah.
My whole hand. See, the gate came out the other side of my hand.
Stuck the landing and made it.
Nope, not me. I was about to let the nigga get caught. I was like, bruh, your grandfather about to find out that we in here fucking. Because I don't know. He's like, yo, come on, babe, I got you. Yo, you sure? I got you.
He ain't got
okay,
you.
he ain't have me.
He ain't got you.
He ain't
He
have
ain't
me.
get you.
Fucking liar.
So,
I learned early niggas weren't faithful.
can't trust y'all for nothing. I was lying. So you gotta know early on, guys. You gotta know what you're getting into. You know, because, you know, people say one thing and it's all another situation when you get in there. So just don't be thinking like, oh, this is an easy smash. You know, you find out early, like, oh, you coming through? Where am I coming through? Who lived there? Who you with? You know, I asked that early. Because I remember one time I had to meet up with a girl and she lived in the projects. And I got to that project and there was a whole bunch of dudes standing outside her building.
Yeah.
And they all looking at me like, who is this guy? Who you gonna go see? And I'm just like, do I tell him? Do I not tell him? Yeah. Let's just say I shouldn't have told them. Because later on that night, them niggas was at the door, peeing on the door and all this shit. Like, why? Like, why are these niggas comfortable coming to your door after midnight, knocking and peeing on your door? Like, this is not, you know, I'm going to go home. I'm gonna wait for them to clear the pathway, though. But I'm out of here.
The second that I would have seen the projects, I would have... Nope, I couldn't find it. My GPS took me all the way out someplace else, bro. Like, look, you're going to have to come to me.
Fact. And I would try to meet in public. Like, you were going out. And, you know, if you really trying to smash, you know, I know hotels cost money, buddy. Nigga, you're going to have to go to a hotel.
And females.
You know,
if you
and
do
females.
go to the bar. If you do go to a bar, all right, and you have drinks in your system, and he has drinks in his system, there is a thing, because, you know, I do this for a living. This is my job. I have to educate people on sex, HIV, STDs. There is a wonderful device called female condoms. This device, a lot of people complain, oh, it looks like a garbage bag. Listen, you want to be protected, all right? The female condom is not made out of latex. It's made out of pure polyurethane.
What's the polyurethane?
Well, it's another form of latex, but it's not the same material that's used for latex. But it's definitely a lot stronger. With my nails, I can't break it.
Right.
So
is it like lambskin? Cause I know like some of those like protective, you got lambskin.
I believe so.
Is it lambskin?
I believe so.
Cause I know some girls are like, oh, I can't use latex. Then I'm like, oh, you just don't want to use condoms. She's like, no, I'm allergic. I gotta use lambskin.
There's females who are allergic to certain lubes.
Oh, that's another thing. That's guys. Bring more than one condom, different types, because you don't know what kind of girl you're dealing with. Some like bring some those little packets of what do you call them shit? The lubricate, the little packet of lube, because the girl might need some lube, especially if she's a smoker. You know, you might have to have the lambskin condom, might have to have the latex condom. You don't know which one is allergic to.
Make sure that it is oil based lube.
Don't look for substitute.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time I was looking online for substitutes, like, oh gosh, you ready? And I ain't got the lube. And I was looking some stuff online, and I'm like, do regular oil, like body oil? Or they're like, no, don't you ever fucking put body oil on condom. Like, you asking for a baby. Like, yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Baby oil? No.
Yeah.
That will break. No,
yeah, that's why I said, don't look for substitute, guys. Get
like
the real deal.
The female condoms, they could be, inserted into the body 6 to 8 hours prior to actual intercourse. So if you're planning on going to the club and you know that you like to get a white girl wasted and somehow you end up in the back alley fucking some random guy named Paul, like, I'm just letting you know, the female condom can be put into the body up to 8 hours before actual intercourse.
Wow.
That is a long time. A very long time.
I'm surprised y'all don't do that often. Why is this not a thing with y'all?
Because females
actually putting it on is, at first, if you don't know what you're doing or how to do it, it's very uncomfortable. You would actually need 2 people to help you,
do the first time.
Put it in. But it's like with females with tampons. If you don't use tampons and you're not too sure with it, like, you might do it wrong. You might have to use. That's
like going out with a loaded gun. like, all right, I'm ready. I am ready for anything. Yeah, that takes the pressure off. That would take so much pressure off guys. If we like, especially because some dudes be pulling like, oh, well, I ain't got one. You know, like, girl, like, you be out. Don't worry, I'm already ready for you. Just go ahead. I'm set. Like, boom.
And ladies, if you do have to use a special type, please be prepared and grab it yourself, just in case.
I mean, guys,
not a lot of people know you.
Look, even if if you're a female, and even if you're not too sure about how to properly place the condom in, if you don't know how to do it, whatever it is, you could take the ring out inside. I've showed Carl. It's a very obvious, noticeable ring that you just put your hand in, take it out, and once you have the whole condom out like that, and you just slip it on like a regular condom.
We're gonna have to do a video and show you guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a video. I have at my job, her is Miss Vajayjay and Mr. Woody. So, I'll definitely get them. And then, I can show you guys how to put them on.
Can we film that at your office? That kind of be dope. We could actually do that at the office.
I might have to speak with the...
Yeah, I mean, you have to get permission. Hell yeah.
I might have to, but yeah.
Because they're trying to do their social media, let them know. Like, yo, we got some shit going.
Definitely.
But yeah, guys, we're going to take the birds and the bees to a whole nother level. But today, we made sure you guys know about cuffing season. We made sure you know about how to text people. We tell you when to meet up with people, where to meet up with people, what you're going to have. I think, did we tell people how to meet up with people? Oh, you got an idea. Just make sure, guys, you lead the interaction. Don't be like, oh, when am I going to see you? Plan a date.
Bro, even if you don't have a date, go out, enjoy, explore. You might find something that you like, and you might find something that you're not, but take that risk.
Be careful, though.
Be careful. Take that risk, but be careful. Always be prepared yourself.
And just know, if a girl kind of give you a little attitude in the beginning, it doesn't mean she's not fucking with you. She just got a wall up, and she just can't be talking to every dude, and you just got to give her a reason to talk to you. Like, I'm worth talking to. I'm worth getting to know. You got to let her figure it out early. Like, you're a cool, fun individual that you're hanging with you will be an adventure. That they're going to have a guaranteed good time hanging around you. They don't need somebody to remind them how life sucks. You know what I mean? But
and most importantly, let somebody know, like, where you at. Like, if you're going to go out, you're going to meet somebody new or whatever the case is. Like, Carl might hit me up like, yo, Harley, and I'm going to go out real quick. I'm going to be at this location. If you guys need me, or if anything happens to me, God forbid, I'm going to, let y'all know.
Do that. Always
every single time.
I don't know how many times I'm, like, meeting up with a girl, or one of my friends would hit me up, like, yo, I'm about to go meet a girl. The address she told me to go to is this address.
Facts.
If you don't hear from me in a few minutes, to make sure that I got here and I'm okay, something went wrong. I get that message all the time. Even with girls, they're like, hey, this is my location. I'm supposed to do a photo shoot here. I don't know this guy. Here's my location. Let me, definitely let people know where you are, because you never know. They're crazy people out there.
Especially lately. People just been disappearing left and right lately.
Right. That's why I'm like big on meet people in public, and don't be easy on your first day. I'm sorry. I gotta say this. Being smart and logical here. Don't be so easy on your first fucking try out. If they're trying to kidnap you and kill you, make them work for it. Make that shit go on for weeks. Make that shit go on for weeks. They better be dedicated to this shit. Like, don't make it easier for them on the first try. Like, boom, kidnap on night one. Like, nah, they gonna have to put in some 3 months work in that shit. Like, nigga, we went on 90 dates before you was able to kidnap my ass. Like, nah, that nigga really wanted to meet you and see you and date you on the regular. That shit costing money. Especially, I saw this thing online that was like, the average date in New York is $300. I'm like, $300 fucking dollars?
Well.
Right? Like, in New York, like, where are we dating? Where are we going? Yeah, all right. But
the movies alone, Frenchie and I tried to go to the movies the other day, and me and him alone without popcorn was like $50.
Jesus, what movie theater y'all went to?
We was trying to see if we were gonna go to Fresh Meadows to see the
Oh no, yeah, see that way you went wrong. Yeah,
nigga.
Yeah, y'all went wrong. Yeah.
But even on Main Street, it was like $19-$20.
Movies like that, you gotta go to theaters like fucking Merrick, like the one I was going to. They do the tickets for like $6 and shit. You gotta go where it's cheap, where the West Bubblefuck. But
that's the problem. That's West Bubblefuck. That's not New York no more.
But if you want to see somebody try to kidnap you, see how much money they're willing to spend on a nigga.
Right.
If they're not willing to go on continuous dates with you, you know something's fishy. Like, all right, you're not trying to pay to go out again. But no, come through. I don't want to come through. How about we meet up again tomorrow? If they're getting real eager to be like, no, it gotta be tonight. It has to be tonight. Like, whoop. Yeah, something wrong with this picture here. I'm a big farewell to you, my friend.
He got an itch. She's trying to scratch. He's trying to make you number 4 on that list, buddy.
And one last thing I want to say before we say goodbye is, if you're not too sure about the person that you have a chance of fucking, back off before you leave with them. If you still feel the urge to do it afterwards, then then I guess you really want it. But after you
oh, that's a very
right.
Good
like
advice.
If you touch yourself and you come out and then you realize, you know what, I was just being horny. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know better. You do better. You know, so.
You know, not for nothing. If I realized that a long time ago, you know,
I don't even. And I hope this is not TMI for you guys, but I don't even go on a date without beforehand doing that shit, just so I know I'm not being fucking thirsty during the date. Like, oh, I need to bust this nut. Now, not been busted. Like,
nah, bitch, I'm here because I actually liked you. Fuck you, me. You just wanted to fuck. Well, fuck. I mean, I'm gonna take it anyway.
You know where I learned that from? You know where I actually learned that from? There's something about Mary. There was a whole scene where the nigga tell Ben Stiller, like, yo, man, you need to cock your gun before you go on a date, man. You don't remember that scene? To cut, what was that nigga? Yeah, to this day, I still don't know because I saw it when I was so young. What got stuck in his ear that she put on her hair? Was that lube or was that fucking jizz?
I think it was lube.
I hope that was lube.
But jizz,
I saw as a kid, I didn't even know nothing about lube or jizz. I'm literally just coming off of memory right now, thinking about this movie. But that's where I got the whole thing, like before a date, whack off beforehand. That and the Cat Williams joke. Beforehand, you do that shit, so during the date, you just not sitting there trying to bust a nut the whole night. You ready, and if the shit go down that night, it's a plus, because you're like, all right, I'm ready to prepare. That first night's already out the way. So we could go at least 30, 40 minutes, well, a nigga like me. Well,
then again, not for nothing, there's been times that like even because I think I probably have tried that once or twice before, and then I met up with the guy, and it was still like, yeah, I still want to do it, and then I did it, and it was like, nope, no, I'm not interested. I just wanted to fuck.
Just
keep going, like.
Wasn't impressed, son.
Well, then ladies, I'll say, y'all might want to use a vibrator at first, then, but
the vibrator, DJ.
But don't go too hard where you decide to end the whole date before the date even started. Like, you know what, I'm good.
I don't even want to go out anymore.
I can't walk anymore. I'm just gonna stay in bed.
I destroyed myself.
Like, yo, that's how you'll know whether you really want to see somebody or not. If you did yourself so good, you don't even want to deal with a person anymore. Like, I thought I wanted to see you tonight, but I don't. Not anymore.
Lefty or righty took that opportunity for me.
Like, I realized I can do bad all by myself, so.
And I didn't do bad. So.
I did a great job. I did a great job.
I worked up a sweat.
Don't you hate when you can do a better job than the person you're dealing with? Like, God damn it! Like, come on now. Like I don't need two people for this. I can do this by myself. Like, come on.
It's bad enough that I had to do this myself.
Right. Like,
now you're telling me that you can't do the job? No.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
So like I said, guys, be prepared before the date. Know what you're getting yourself into. Do your research. I will do background. People call it cyber stalking, but I say cyber stalk the shit out of people. You know who you get into. Make sure that people are real. Make sure they're not me with a picture of Cardi B on social media. Be mindful, be cautious, and this is the Birds and Beats. Until next time, y'all. Much love. God bless. 2 pieces of chicken grease. Be safe out there, y'all. Later.
Later.
Night.